Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Bosco, sir. Sridhar, sir.
Good morning.
This is Lavanya from Sankalp Learning Solutions.
Yeah, got it, Lavanya. Prasanna told that he's
sir.
traveling.
So I wanted to guide you to do a setting so that kids won't be able to write on the board, like on the screen.
Okay.
So whenever you share your screen or when you're talking, sir, you will get a more option there.
Okay.
In that more options, you'll have disable annotations for others.
Okay.
If you uncheck that, like if you check that, kids won't be able to write on the screens. Otherwise, someone will be writing and will be a disturbance. So.
Okay.
Other settings I'll do, sir. This you have to, like, if you're sharing the screen, you have to.
No, I am not sharing. That's why.
Okay,
I think
sir, then fine.
Sir will be sharing.
Okay.
I'll just check with. I don't know whether Sir has joined or someone has joined from there.
Okay, sir. Okay, fine. I just.
I am not in Bangalore. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I'm in Bangalore right now.
Okay, sir. Then fine.
You request, Sir. Otherwise, we'll see.
Okay, sir. Fine. Anyway, I'll be there for the support, sir. If anything is there, I'll look at.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Lavanya.
Yes, sir.
Just now, sir spoke to me. Initially, and we have shared this photo and video, no? You
A
can,
video now I'll share.
yeah,
By 10 o'clock I'll share the video. The
video.
photo is displayed now, sir.
Yeah, then introduction also you will be giving.
Yes, sir. I will give.
Yeah.
If you want me to
So,
give, I'll give, sir.
no, you only give because yesterday I shared, no, because I am
Yeah,
traveling.
yeah. Fine. Okay, sir.
So I will be there in the online, but sometimes there may be voice issues and all.
Okay, sir.
So you can just give a small introduction about Bosco, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Then
Okay.
sir will start the session.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So we can start at 10 or 10, I don't know, depending on the student strength.
Okay, sir. Okay, fine, sir.
The annotation and sir has already disabled, it seems. No
Okay,
issue.
sir. Fine.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Then fine.
Now you once 10 o'clock happens, then you can start the video as well as introduction. Then hand
Okay,
over
sir.
to Bosco, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Then,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, sir. Shall I start, sir?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay.
Good morning, students. Good morning, teachers. Today is a special class. We have having discussion with a well-known Professor S.S. Bosco, sir. A little introduction about him. Our Professor S.S. Bosco, sir, is one of the most esteemed and admired teachers of our mathematics with 40+ years of teaching experience. Our Bosco sir is author of several mathematics books and founder of Bosco's publications and Bosco's PU College. Currently, our sir is working as a managing director Bosco's Educational Institutes. Bosco's Pre-University College, which was started recently in June 2016, is the outcome of Professor S.S. Bosco sir's ceaseless desire to build a model institution where students can be motivated to excel academically. The college seeks to create the right learning environment which can act as a catalyst in creating students who excel in academics and go on to become responsible citizens and outstanding global leaders. Today here, we welcome Professor S.S. Bosco, sir. So please guide us children regarding the CET, how to crack CET exams or any other competitive exams, sir. Thank you for joining us, sir. Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Good morning, students. So I can start now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this may be about 2 hours plus lecture. How to, excel in the CET examination. Some shortcut tricks. Also psychologically, how to face CET. So another 20 days, less than 20 days, you are going to write that CET exam. Whatever may be your standard, whatever may be your caliber, everybody can optimize your score.
So sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Can you please adjust the camera, sir? Little above, sir.
Yes.
Your face is not visible, sir. Half of your face is visible, sir.
Is it fine now?
Little above, sir.
Is it okay?
It was okay before, sir. Little bit more, sir. Yeah, now we can see, sir, when you're little behind. Yeah.
Is it fine now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is it
Yes,
okay
sir.
now?
Yeah, now okay, sir.
Okay. So here we go without any other, waste of time. So everybody has the capacity to perform. Everybody has the capacity to understand and grasp what is being taught in the class. Let us pray to God Almighty. So whatever is being told to you today, you will be, able to understand and use it in your examination. So pray God Almighty so that I also perform well. I also get inspiration and to teach you whatever I want to share with you. So here we go. What is the difference between CET on one side, JE or NEET on the other side? I don't know whether you have written JE mains and might have had an experience. Maybe a few of you may be writing that NEET exam. So in JE and NEET, there is a negative marks. But CET, there is no negative marks. And JE, NEET, reasonably tough questions. But CET, not that tough. Of late, they're asking tough questions also. In fact, last year, NEET physics was easier than our CET physics. So the toughness is on one side, and the time for JE and all, for each question 2.5 minutes is given, but GIST is just 1 minute. So in JE NEET, if you do not know a question, you should not answer. But here in CET, you have to answer all the questions, whether you know or not. You have to shade every question. That how to shade, that I'll tell you at the end. Now, how the questions are distributed in CET? Not more than 25% from the first BC. That means you can have at the most 15 questions. You can have 15 questions from first BC, not more than 15 questions. And a number of easy questions should also be 25. The number of difficult questions also 25%, that is 15. Some of the questions you may find it very extremely lengthy. Take 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Such questions are being instructed for the setter. 10% of the question should be long. That means still 6 questions will be unreasonably long. You cannot finish it in 1 minute. Another 6 questions based on multiple concepts. First BC and second BC put together like that, multiple concepts. So this is the instruction which is given to the paper setters, that is CET setters. So if you are able to answer all the easy questions, that may be good enough to get a seat. Okay, so here we go to the next slide. So you take biology. When you take biology, all the questions are theory only. No problems like physics, chemistry, or mathematics. And the past experience, you learn the NCERT textbooks correctly. Every question is asked from NCERT textbook only. So if you are well versed with the NCERT textbook, you will definitely get 60 out of 60 in biology. But you take chemistry, 60 questions are there, certain theory, certain problems. The number of direct problems may be around 30. 50% of them will be direct questions. The moment you read, you know the answer, or you do not know the answer. Certain applied level questions will be there. That applied level questions from the past, we can say that around 18 questions will be applied chemistry. Then, so, and when you take problems, numericals, number of numericals is, if you look at the numericals, only 12 questions are there, unlike physics and mathematics. So, physics, look at the pattern of the questions. Around 18 questions are there, direct theory. Chemistry, only 30 questions were there. So here, applied physics, 14 questions. Almost 50% of them, around 28 questions, are problems, numericals. So it is more time consuming than biology and to that extent, chemistry also. But you take mathematics, all are numericals. All are numerical problems, so everything you have to work out. So it consumes a lot of time. Now, when you sit in the CET, the successful person is the person who identifies those 10, that is 10% long questions and don't touch it. So it is important to select a question, not to attempt. So unnecessarily, you do not know your problem, you enter into the problem, spend 1 or 2 minutes on that problem, but unable to complete the sum. That is a tragedy. That should not happen. So you should, for that, what type of strategy you have to plan. That's what we are in it. Classification of problems. It is pertaining to mathematics only. So you think of a problem, type A, I call it. All the problems you have done empty number of times. A projection of a vector on a vector. A dot B by modulus B. Inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix. So interchange and multiply this by minus sign. So, and of course, 1 by determinant of A is there. So, at the maximum value of 3 cos x, maximum value of A cos x plus B sin x is A square root of A squared plus B squared. Like that, the problems which you are very thorough, anytime you can answer, that is the problem which should answer in the beginning. And about 30 questions will be there of this type. Now look at the type B. Problems when you are thorough with that concept, but never came across a similar problem. Look at the CET question, which appeared maybe before you were born. I consider this as a very nice question. The largest angle of a triangle, whose sides are 1 sin x and cos x. So the sides of the triangle are 1 sin x cos x. Suppose x is 30 degrees, 1/2 and root 3 by 2. So it's a variable triangle. When x changes, the triangle also changes, and the angles of the triangle also changes. But the question is, what is the largest angle of this triangle? Is it x? Is it 90 degrees minus x, 90 degrees plus x, or 90 degrees? So, when you, this is a very nice problem based on a very simple concept. What is that concept? The concept is sin squared x plus cos squared x is equal to 1. So 1 squared. In any triangle, sum of 2 sides of a triangle is square of the third side, then it is a right angle triangle. And in a right angle triangle, the greatest angle of the triangle is obviously 90 degrees. So this is a simple problem, but once you have seen such a problem, then a similar problem you can manage. But for the first time, when the children saw that, they could not solve this problem, with, many people could not complete also. Then type number C. Yeah.
So camera adjustment, you have to do it again, sir.
Huh?
Only lower half of your face is visible, sir.
Pardon?
Only lower half of your face is visible. So can you please adjust it, or can you?
So
When it is little far, yes, and now it's fine.
okay.
Only half of your face was coming, sir.
Okay, now
Now
No,
it's
okay, but once you start, no, sir, again, it will come to
Yeah, when you
half
come
of
near
face
the
only,
camera.
sir, that's the problem.
okay. Anyway,
Yes, sir.
so anyway, once I start, I am not conscious whether my face is seen or not. So let me try. So
Yes,
camera is on the tiny dot. I don't know whether I have to focus on that. Okay. Anyway, you can intercept and tell that I will adjust. Okay. Now there are many problems. Standard problems. So when you have standard problems, means popular problems, examiner may test 1 or 2 questions. Maybe usually we find that 1, 3 or 4 questions are coming out of this standard problems. So if how to select that, how to identify or how to make a list of standard problems, it may be very late for you. You should have started collecting this, at the time of teaching or at the time of, the entrance exam classes, the teacher, if they are told, then that is the one you should have a record of all those and you have to make it in the form of a statement like this. For example, the function 1 by x into log of 1 plus ax minus log of 1 minus bx is undefined at x equal to 0. Define the value of f of 0 so that the function becomes, this is the question. So that is the value of the function to be defined is, it should be a plus b. So you make it in the form of a statement. So look at the next one. X power m plus y power n equal to x plus y all power n. X plus y whole to the power m plus equal to x power m into y power n. Then dy by dx is y by x. The maximum value of log x by x, it happens at x is equal to e. And so the maximum value is 1 by e. Then the integral, you see, integral 0 to pi by 2 log tan x. It is 0. Integral 0 to pi by 2 log cot x dx. That is also, this is a standard problem. Yeah, I think this problem was asked at least 6 times in CET. And once upon a time, they asked this question, but this is much more than 5 marks question. Integral 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx is pi by 2 log half. So such unreasonable questions when they ask, the best way of defeating is by heart those problems, right? So then the area enclosed between two parabolas, y squared is equal to 4ax and x squared equal to 4ay is 16 by 3a squared. So I'll give the illustration there. So there, if we have y squared is equal to 6x and x squared is equal to, even if you don't have 4a here, 4b here, x squared is equal to 8y. Then the area enclosed between them is 6 into 8 divided by 3. That is 16a squared. That is 4a into 4a by 3. Suppose you have got b here, then it is 16 by 3a into b. Or it is 4a into 4b divided by 3. So hope you have understood that. So just explaining. So y squared is equal to 6x. This is one parabola. And x squared is equal to 4y, another parabola. The area enclosed between them is 6 into 4 divided by 3. 6 here, 4 here, multiply and divide by 3, that is equal to 8. So this is the meaning of that shortcut one, the last one which you are seeing. Then you have got here problems from not thorough with, but the teacher has given. This is integration as a limit of a sum. Once upon a time they were asking, of late they are not asking. So what I'm trying to say here is that it is actually, this is not there in the syllabus. But then the teacher must have given in the entrance class. So you can, be thorough with that one. But of late, the last 10 years or so in CET, they have never asked this question. Now look at the last one, very dangerous one. Unfamiliar problems with unknown concepts. Unfamiliar problems with unknown concepts. So read the question. If all red boiled grapes are dead and all red dead grapes are boiled, does it follow that all dead boiled grapes are red? This is a CET question. Maybe before, much before you were born, it was asked. So I have converted into a question mark like this. Is it coming under mathematical reasoning? Or is it coming under set theory? Or it can be both also. So this type of problems which you have not seen in your life before, it is better not to touch this question. Because when you So this type of questions are very dangerous. So this type E problems, unfamiliar problems from unknown concepts. In other words, if you are seeing a question for the first time in your life, better not to touch those questions. Okay. Now we go to shortcut techniques. So listen carefully. Sometimes the alternatives may be very weak. In that case, we can take each alternative and make out this cannot be the answer, this cannot be the answer, and you get the correct answer. Elimination method. Look at this question. Read the question. It is a very lengthy maxima minima question. A point on the parabola, y squared equal to 4ax. And 2, 1 is here. And it is nearest to that. There are so many points are there. These are the distances. Which point is nearest? So, look here. The first point, 1, -2. Does it lie on the parabola? The answer is yes. -2, 1. X cannot be negative because left-hand side is y squared. So this one leaves the race because this point is not on the curve. The point on the curve. This point is not on the curve. Similarly, look at the third option. 1, 2 √2. Substitute 2 √2 and 1 for x. You will get 8 is equal to 4. So this also leaves the race. But unfortunately, the other two are on the parabola. One of them is the answer. Which one? So read the question. Which of the point is nearest to the point? So find the distance between 2, 1 and 1, 2. What is that? It is square root of 2. Distance formula. Find the distance between 1 minus 2 and 2 minus 1. It is root of 1 plus 9. So one distance is root 10. Another distance is root 2. One distance is root 10, another distance is this. So we are looking for a point which is closest to the point 2, 1. The distance should be the shortest. So obviously, root 2 is the shorter distance. So option 4 is the correct answer. Hope you might have got that. Next, look at this question. When you look at this question, domain of the function. Domain of the function. So look at the intervals. So many intervals are there. I don't know how to find. So I go from the alternative. Look at the option number 1 and look at the option number 1 and 3 here. 1 is there. Closed interval 1, 2. So when you put x is equal to 1 there, the numerator becomes sine inverse of -2. And we know that sine inverse of x is only when x is between -1 and +1. So sine inverse of -2 is absurd, doesn't exist. So 1 cannot belong to the domain of the function. So the first and 3 leave the race. So they are not the answers. So look at option number 2 and option number 4. When you look at option number 2 and 4 noduvaga, alli onde difference kaantade. What is that one difference? Second option alli 3 is not there, Fourth option only 3 is there. So if 3 is accepted, 4 is the correct answer. If 3 is not accepted, then 2 is the answer. So I put x is equal to 3. When I put x is equal to 3, I will get sine inverse of 0, which x is. And the denominator is root of 9 minus 9, that is also 0. So it becomes 0 by 0 form, so it doesn't exist. That means 3 cannot belong to the domain. 3 cannot belong to the domain. So option 2 is the correct answer. Okay. So let us go to the next one. Finding the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix is easy. Here, inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix. 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. But the adjoint of A, for the adjoint of A, you have to find 9 cofactors. Still a node, it becomes very lengthy. But not for this problem. Ordinarily, a 3 by 3 matrix inverse with all non-zero entries, better not to touch. When you exhaust all the questions, finally you can come to that. So here, 1 by determinant, it is a triangular matrix. The determinant is the product of the diagonal elements. So it is 1 by determinant of A becomes 1 by 1. Then it is the cofactor matrix transpose adjoint of A. So look at the four options there. So I can check with 1 or 2 cofactors, I can manage. For example, look at the third row first entry. Third row first entry. Third row first entry. Third row first entry. All the 4 entries are different. So if I check only that, I can get the answer. That is nothing but the cofactor of this. Cofactor of this is 0. Cofactor of this 0 is, when you take the transpose, it comes here. What is the cofactor of this 0? Remove the column and the row, it is plus AC minus B. So it is there. That is the only option. All the other places, it is different. So fourth option is the correct one. Next. A variable line is such that intercept form x by a plus y by b equal to 1. The sum of the intercepts is 4. Sum of the intercepts a plus b is equal to 4. What is the locus of the midpoint of the portion of the line intercepted between the axes? A plus b is 4. So look at that first question. X by 8 plus y by 8 equal to 1. X by 8 plus y by 8 is equal to 1. So what is the sum of the intercepts? 16. So that is not the answer. Look at option number 2. What is the sum of the intercepts? X by 4 plus y by 4 is equal to 1. Sum of the intercepts is 4 plus 4. So it is 8. Look at option number 2. When you look at option number 2, x by 2. So this is nothing but x by 2 plus y by 2 is equal to 1. So sum of the intercepts is 4. Here, x by 1 plus y by 1 is equal to 1. Sum of the intercepts is 2. But here it is a plus b is 4. So third option is the only option where a plus b is equal to 4. Okay. So Let us continue. Next question. Read the question. A stone is thrown vertically upwards from a tower. The tower is 64 meters. So you are here and you are throwing. The stone goes up and then falls down. So what is the greatest height attained by the stone? Is it 64 meters, 100 meters, 36 meters, 32 meters above the ground? Already you are standing 64 meters high in the, you are standing there, allinda throw ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. So the distance attained by the stone above the ground is more than 64. Look at the four options. When you look at the four options, only one option is there with a number more than 64. So that should be the correct answer. Okay. Next question. CET 22, last year question. Domain of the function. So find the domain of the function, you substitute the values. By God's grace, you'll get. So I take a value of half. How do you get the value of half? Somebody may take x equal to 0. When you put x equal to 0, log 1 in the denominator, not allowed. Log 1 is 0. So 0 is not allowed. So 0 is here. So this is like that we can come. Suppose you are lucky. Then I take half. Half, is it meaningful? Yes. Root of half plus 2 is meaningful. Logarithm of 1 minus half is half only. Fine. So half belongs to the domain of the function. Half belongs to the domain of the function. Half is not included here. This set, carefully when you look at that, it is an empty set. Intersection of the two sets, empty. Here it is a union of the two sets. Half is not here. Half is here, but 0 is not there. But 0 is included here, 0 is not allowed. So the fourth option is the correct option. Next. Again, very ordinary question. The coordinates of the point on the curve, root x plus root y is equal to 6. Root x plus root y equal to 6. At which all the other things are not required. Among the 4 points, there is only one point that satisfies this condition. Root x plus root y is equal to 6. Tell me what is that? Among all the 4 options, only one of them satisfies the condition. Root of x coordinate plus root of y coordinate is 6. So it is option number 2. So it is option number 2 because root 9 plus the square root of 9 is equal to, so that is the correct answer. Okay. So, and no other answer satisfies. Look at the next question. It's a J main question, old AEEE. Not an easy question. What is the range for the function sin squared x plus cos to the power 4x? Sin squared x plus cos to the power 4x. So I don't know how to solve this up. But I can feel whether, go from the answer, whether it is there or not. So I can put some particular value for x and feel what values a can take. So the simplest value coming to my mind is I will put x equal to 0. When I put x equal to 0, what I will find? A is equal to 1. 0 plus 1. So it is A is equal to 1. When A is equal to 1, look at here, 1 is included. Look at option number 2, 1 is included. Option number 3 leaves the race because 1 is not there. But one of the values of A is 1. Here also 1 is there. So we are not able to succeed. But the success is there. One option we have removed. So one more value you have to come. We have to put. You can't put 90 degrees. If you put 90 degrees, same story. 1 plus 0 you get instead of 0 plus 1. So what is the value? So here, if you put 45 degrees. When you put 45 degrees, sine squared 45 degrees is 1 by 2. Cos to the power 4, 45 degrees, 1 by root 2 whole to the power 4. 1 by 2 whole squared, 1 by 4. So 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 is 3 by 4. So it is equal to 3 by 4. 3 by 4, is it here in the fourth option? Yes. 3 by 4. 3 by 4 is there in the fourth option. 3 by 4, already we have said that the third option is not correct. So first option 3 by 4 is not there. So this cannot be the answer. This 12 by 16 is more than 12 by 13 by 16, more than 12 by 16 is 3 by 4. So many responses are coming. Obviously D or 4 is the correct answer. Okay. So let us go to the next one. JEE main question, domain of the function. 1 by square root of modulus x minus x. You have to put one number. Look at that. This is the set of all positive real numbers. Set of all positive real numbers. Set of all negative real numbers. All the real numbers except 0. Here all the real numbers. So if you are lucky, you will get the correct option. Which value I have to put? Tell. Anybody responds? Put x equal to. Somebody says C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer in the head. So some other person says A is the correct answer. So let's see which is correct. Now you may put x equal to 0. It is not valid. 1 by square root of 0 minus 0 is 0, not valid. So 0 does not belong to the domain. 0 does not belong to the domain. So 0 is there only here. All the other places 0 is removed. So we are unable to do. So I put to say x is equal to 1. When I put x is equal to 1, what happens? 1 by square root of 1 minus 1. Again, it is not defined. So 1 cannot belong to the domain. So 1 is here. Positive real numbers. All non-negative real numbers. 1 is there. So option 1 is not correct. Option 3 is not correct. Option 4 is not correct. So it is only the set of all negative real numbers. That is option number B. Okay. Let us take the next one. Domain of the function is cos inverse of root of x minus 1. Look at the options. So somebody says it is option 2. It is option 2, that is for cos inverse of x. Here it is cos inverse of root of x minus 1. So sometimes we give the speed, accuracy will be lost. So response is coming B, like that. Everybody is coming as B, but B is not the correct, need not be the correct answer. How it is not the correct answer? So look at the four options. Look at the four options. 0 is included here, 0 is included here, 0 is included here. Is 0 included in the domain? No. When I put x is equal to 0, it will become cos inverse of root of -1, which is imaginary, does not exist. So 0 belongs to option 1, 2, 3, but 0 cannot belong to the domain. So 4th is the correct answer. Okay. So this will be carefully because sometimes when we give the speed, accuracy will be lost. Okay. So see to it that you are more accurate. Again, here you have got the CET 22. Last year, domain of the function. Greatest integer containing x. Okay. What is that? When you look at the first, you are not knowing the theory. Assume that you know only common sense you have. Cos inverse of x will exist only when x is between -1 and +1. -1 is allowed, +1 is allowed. So look at the four options. Somebody says C is the correct answer. Let us see. So when you put four options here, you look here -1 is there, -1 is there. Suppose I put -1. Is it included? The answer is yes. Cos inverse of greatest integer contained in -1 is -1 only. Cos inverse of -1 is 5. So -1 is not included here. This is not the answer. -1 is not included here. This is not the answer. So either 2 or 4 is the correct answer. But then look at them. Here 2 is included. Here 2 is not included. If you put 2 here, you'll get cos inverse of 2. Cos inverse of 2 does not exist. So 2 should not be included. Say this is -1 up to 2. So what is the greatest integer contained? 1.999. The greatest integer contained in this, it is equal to 1 only. So cos inverse of 1 exists. Cos inverse of 2 will not exist. So 2 cannot be included. Up to 2 you can go. However close you can go. The greatest integer contained 1.99999, etc. If you put it, it is equal to 1 and cos inverse of 1 exists. So that way it's a simple, beautiful question. Okay. Let us go to the next one. A unit vector perpendicular to. So you don't do it by A cross B by modulus A cross B. You just look at the four options. We find only one option is there, which is unit vector. A unit vector. Among the four options, only one option is there, which is a unit vector. Tell me which is the one. Option 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody says A. A, another response. So here, this is a square root of 4 plus root of 6. Somebody says the C. So when you take the C, it is root of 4 plus 1 divided by root 6. So it is equal to 1. But here it is a root of 9 plus 1 plus 4 divided by root 6. This is not the answer. So A is not the answer. B is not the answer. D is not the answer. C is the answer. Okay. So sometimes when you give the speed, your accuracy will be lost. You have to be very careful. Okay. This is a very tough question. Limit n tending to infinity of 1 plus a positive quantity, that is non-negative quantity. It may tend to 0 also. So you have here a common sense question. What is that common sense question? This limit cannot be less than 1 because it is 1 plus a positive quantity. 1 plus a positive quantity whole to the power n. So it cannot be less than 1. It should be 1 or more than 1. Fortunately for you, this is less than 1. This is less than 1. Third option is also less than 1. So fourth option is the correct option. Okay. Now we go to the next type. Next type is, sometimes you may have an identity containing X, containing ABC, containing N. Then you can put particular values and check. Okay. So here we go. Look at this integration problem. It is a 5 marks question, you can say. 5 marks question. So you should be able to answer this. So it contains ABC. Answer also contains AB. So how to get rid of that AB? You can put particular value for A and B, then integration becomes easy. Particular value. What value of A I have to put? Both 0 I cannot put. So I can put A is equal to 1. I can put B is equal to 1. When I put A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1, the denominator becomes just 1. So the problem becomes integral 0 to pi x dx only, divided by 1. Integral of x is x squared by 2. So x squared by 2 between pi and 0. So it is equal to pi squared by 2. So the answer is pi squared by 2. When you put A equal to 1, B equal to 1. When you put A equal to 1, B equal to 1, this is pi by 2. When you put A equal to 1, B equal to 1, this is pi. When you put A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1, this is pi squared by 2. When you put A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1, first option becomes pi squared. I am looking for pi squared by 2. So option number 2 is the correct answer. So here we go to the next one. So can you find out by the similar method what is the correct option? What is the answer? Okay, I'll give you a hint that put n equal to 0. Put n is equal to 0. When you put n is equal to 0, you get integral 0 to pi x by 2, not x by 1, x by 2. So it will become x squared by 4 between pi and 0. So you will get pi squared by 4. So pi squared by 4, and that is option number 3. Okay. Look at this. It's a simple question. Asked in CET twice. ABC are the 3 mutually perpendicular unit vectors. What is the length of the vector A plus B plus C? So length of the vector A plus B plus C. So look at the answer. Answer A illa, B illa, C illa. So if A, B, C are unit vectors, so then okay. So when A, B, C are unit vectors and the ಹೇಳುವಾಗ immediately you can think of base vectors, I, J, K. I is perpendicular to J, J is perpendicular to K, and K is perpendicular to I. So our IJK, I, J, K satisfies this equation. So what is the length of the vector A plus B plus C? Length of the vector I plus J plus K, which is nothing but the square root of 1 plus 1 plus 1. So square root of 3. Somebody has recalled it right from the moment I gave the question, somebody gave the answer. So that is a good sign. So similarly, A is a vector perpendicular to B and C. So I is a vector perpendicular to J and K. Check what is the answer. Somebody says A is the answer. A is not the answer. Because A dot I becomes I dot B cross C is P cross C is J cross K. J cross K is I. I dot I is 1, not 0. Which is the correct answer? C cannot be the answer. I cross J plus K cannot be 0. And I plus J plus K equal to 0 is not possible. So many of you are simply putting A, B, C, D. Option number 2 is the correct one. Because it is I cross J cross K, and that J cross K is I cross I is equal to 0 vector. Okay. So let us go to the next one. Look at this question. P and Q are positive real numbers such that sum of their squares is 1. Can you tell which sum of their squares is 1? Yes, sin squared theta plus cos squared theta is 1. Sin squared theta plus cos squared theta is 1. So P is equal to sin theta and Q is equal to cos theta satisfies the condition. Then you are asked to find it. Then you are asked to find what is the maximum value of A cos theta plus B sin theta. It is root of A square plus B square. So maximum value of sin theta plus cos theta is square root of 1 plus 1, that is square root of 2. So which is the correct answer? Option number 2. Look at this question. A and B are vectors such that modulus A plus B equal to modulus A minus B. What is the angle between I and J? So I plus J equal to length of the vector I plus J equal to length of the vector I minus J. Both are square root of 2. When A equal to I, B equal to J, it is true. So now read the question connecting with A and B. What is the angle between A and B? That is angle between I and J. It is 90 degrees. Well, this is actually the geometrical significance. What is that? When vector A and vector B as adjacent sides, you can form a parallelogram. One diagonal will be A plus B, the other diagonal will be A minus B. So the lengths of those diagonals are equal. The parallelogram becomes a rectangle. When parallelogram becomes a rectangle, the angle between A and B is 90 degrees. That is the question, but we have managed otherwise. Okay. Look at the next question. A and B are unit vectors. Theta is the angle between A and B. What is sine theta by 2? So again, you can put I and J. They are unit vectors. Angle between them is 90 degrees. Sine 90 degrees is 1. And sine theta by 2 is sine 45 degrees. So it is 1 by root 2. So what is modulus of A plus B by 2? Root 2 by 2. That is 1 by root 2. What is modulus of A minus IB? That is also root 2 by 2. So either first option or the second option, one of them is the correct answer. Suppose you put A are unit vectors. A is also equal to I. B is also equal to I. Then the angle between them is 0. It will be equal to 0. So then option number 2 will be the answer. Don't think that always you will be successful. Sometimes it may give you 2 or 3 correct answers. Then you have to put some other values and detect the correct answer. This problem so square root of 2 plus root of cos, etc. So put theta is equal to pi. When you put theta is equal to pi, or put theta equal to 0, square root of 2 plus square root of 2 plus 2. Square root of 2 plus 2 is 2. Square root of 2 plus 2 is again 2. So when you put 0 here, 2 cos 0 is also 2. 4 cos 0 is also 2. But this is 1, this is 1. So either 2 or 4 is the answer. So put theta is equal to pi. Then cos 4 pi is the same. Answer is 2. But here it will be minus and here it will be plus. So the fourth option is the correct option. So last year question, same way you can manage. But one more extension is there. So I leave it to you. Substitute theta is equal to say 2 pi or pi. If you put theta is equal to pi, theta is equal to pi. Or say 2 pi. Okay. Root 2, again 2, root 2, root 2, root 2 plus 2. So it will become 2. When theta is equal to 2 pi, this will become minus, this will become plus. So fourth option is the correct option. Look at this question. N is a non-negative integer. A equal to 1, 0. What is a to the power n? Put n is equal to 1. You get a power 1. What is a power 1? A only. That is, put n is equal to 1. This is not a. Put n is equal to 1. This is a. Here there is no n at all. This is not the answer. So this is also a possible answer. But square mod hoga, so you have to be, when it is, we are unlucky that we are getting 2 options correct here. So if you find 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, and when you find out this, find out that here, so second row, second column when you take, it will become 2. So this will not be the answer. This will be the answer. So ಎರಡು ಸಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ 2 ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. Okay. Look at this question. N is a positive integer. 1, 2, 3 like that we can put. It is divisible by what? It is divisible by when you put n is equal to, sometimes we feel that how to put n equal to 1. Why not I put n is equal to 2 on the Kotakata? Suppose you put n is equal to 2 here. If you have that kind of thinking, feeling guilty that how to put n equal to 1, and if you put n is equal to 2, you don't get the answer. When n is equal to 2, you get 8 plus 4, 12. 12 is divisible by 3, 12 is divisible by 6, 12 is divisible by 2. So 3 answers are indicating. But if you put n is equal to 1, then it is 1 plus 2, 3. It is divisible only by 3, not by 2, not by 6. So fourth one is the correct option. So look at this question. You have a differentiation question, not very difficult. Put n is equal to 2. When you put n is equal to 2, you get f of x equal to 1 plus 2x plus x squared. So it is 1 plus x whole squared. Differentiate first time 2 into 1 plus x. Again differentiate 2. So put n is equal to 2 in all the 4 options. This is not the answer. When you put n is equal to 2, 2 into 1 into 1, so this is the answer. Okay. Next question. This all of you try. So I'm not giving the solution. Somebody has to give. This is an identity. It is true for all values of x. When it is true for all values of x, so if it is true for all values of x, it must be true for some particular values of x. Put x equal to some particular value and get the answer. Put x equal to some particular value. What is the answer? No response. Okay, I'll give you the hint. Somebody gets the correct answer. Put x equal to 0. Those who don't get a clue, because it is easy to find. When you put x equal to 0, sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, and when you substitute, obviously, option 3, you'll get 3 plus 6 plus 4, and it is equal to 13. Okay. Next. CET 2020, tan A plus cot A is 2. So A is obviously 45 degrees, because tan 45 degrees is 1, cot 45 degrees is 1. So tan to the power 4 is also 1, cot to the power 4 is also 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Complex numbers. All complex numbers which satisfy that lie on the imaginary axis, real axis, neither of the axis, like that. So if I put a z is equal to 1, then modulus of 1 minus 6i is root 37. Modulus of 1 plus 6i, that is also root 37. So set is equal to 1 satisfies. But the set is equal to 1 is here on the positive x-axis. So it is on the real axis. Imaginary axis is wrong. Neither of the axis is wrong. None of this, we assume that it is not the answer. Then you get the answer. Next. Look at this question. F of x equal to x squared minus 1 by x squared plus 1. What is the minimum value of this function? Minimum value. So try that minimum value. So put some values for x and have a feeling. Suppose you put x equal to 1, you will get to 0. That means, does it mean 0 is the value? No, one negative value is there that is smaller than this. So when I put x is equal to 0, x equal to 1. So I find that the f of x becomes 0. So either 0 or less than 0 is the minimum value. So this is not the answer, this is not the answer. So either 0 is the answer or minus 1 is the answer. So suppose I put x is equal to 0. Then the value of the function is minus 1. Minus 1 is here. So minus 1 will be the answer. We are looking for the minimum value. Minus 1 is taken by f of x at x equal to 0. If no other number, no other option contains number less than minus 1, then minus 1 is the answer. So all the other numbers are not less than minus 1. So this is the least one. So this is the correct option. This is NCERT textbook problem, asked in twice, 12 and 14. Alpha and beta are different complex numbers. Modulus of beta is equal to 1. Modulus of beta is equal to 1. When modulus of beta is equal to 1, find the value. The value does not depend on alpha or beta. So put some value for alpha, simplest value for alpha. So put alpha is equal to 0 and tell me what is the answer. Alpha equal to 0. When you put alpha equal to 0, conjugate of 0 is also 0. When you put alpha equal to 0, this will become 0, this will become 0, and you will get a modulus of beta. Modulus of beta is 1, so option 2 is the correct answer. Okay, hope you are understanding what I am doing. Look at this, the J main question. X squared plus 2x plus 3, ax squared plus bx plus c. Both of them have a common root. Then what is the condition you impose on A and B? Then the question is missing here. A is to B is to C is how much? That's the question. A is to B is to C is how much? So when the two equations have one common root, if they have both the roots common, then what will happen? Then also it is the one root is common, no? That will happen when the two equations are one and the same. So the coefficients must be proportional. A by 1 should be equal to B by 2, equal to constant term by constant term. So A is to B is to C must be equal to the fourth option. Okay. So next one. Again, J main question. Look at the option. F suffix 4, F suffix 6. F suffix k of x is 1 by k into sine to the power kx plus cos to the power kx. Somebody is giving the answer already. Maybe memory level. Very good. So here the option does not contain x value. Whatever may be the x value, the answer is correct. Same value. X equal to 0 degrees, x equal to 45 degrees, x equal to 10 degrees. The answer is same. So I put x is equal to 0. When I put x is equal to 0, f suffix k is nothing but 1 by k into 0 plus 1. So it is 1 by k. So f suffix 4, 1 by 4. And f suffix 6, 1 by 6. 1 by 4 minus 1 by 6 is 1 by 12. So that way we are able to get next. The real part of this complex number. Next, also similar there, that I leave it to you. So a real part of the complex number. Illi nodi, 4 options nodi, theta unta, theta illa. So all theta is same real part only. So put a convenient value for theta. Put theta is equal to 0. Somebody already says correct. Theta equal to 0. So you get 1 by 1 plus cos 0 plus I into sin 0. So it is 1 by 2 only. So option number 3 is the correct option. Okay. Next. This is also similar only. Instead of plus minus is there, you can put theta equal to pi. That is better value. Put theta is equal to pi. Again, you will get it is equal to half only. Put theta equal to pi. Theta equal to 0 will not work because the denominator will become 0. 1 by 1 minus cos theta plus I sin theta. Theta equal to 0 is not allowed. Put theta is equal to pi. Theta is equal to pi, you will get the answer. This is a terrific question. So, some of the questions will be very long. This is one such a problem. One line is there, one point is there. The point is 1, 6, 3. In the textbook, exemplarly, what is the reflection of this point? That's the question. So, now, suppose E point, these two distances are same. These two lines are perpendicular. After verification, you can go. The midpoint of this and this must lie on the line. Midpoint of first and the midpoint of the image of the point and the point should lie on the line. So I go from alternative 1 by 1. When I go by alternative 1 by 1, I go from option number 1. What is the midpoint of? Note that this is a very lengthy question. It takes 5 minutes to solve the sum. Ordinarily, it will take 5 minutes. So I find the midpoint. 1 plus 1 divided by 2, 1. 6 plus 0 divided by, so it is 3. 7 plus 3 divided by 1, 3, 5. So 1, 3, 5, this point, does it lie on the line? That I have to check. The coordinates must satisfy that equation. So 1 by 1 equal to 3 minus 1 by 2. Is it true? Equal to 5 minus 2 by 3. Is it true? The answer is yes. So the point satisfies this. This becomes an identity. So the first option is the correct. Suppose first option is not correct, you have to go to the second. Then third, like that you go. There is no other way. Next question. So x, y, z are non-zero numbers. Sum of their squares is r squared. Then what is the value of tan inverse, tan inverse, tan inverse? Answer really x, y, z illa. So I put x equal to 1, y equal to 1, z is equal to 1, then r is equal to root 3. So this will become tan inverse of 1 by root 3. So everything is tan inverse of 1 by root 3. Tan inverse of 1 by root 3 is pi by 6 plus pi by 6 plus pi by 6. So it is equal to pi by 2. Next. Look at this identity. You put a convenient value for x. Cot inverse we should be able to find. So it is tempting to put x is equal to 1. That cot inverse of 1 is pi by 4. Then sine of pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. Then tan inverse of 1 by root 2 is not well known. So it fails. So put x is equal to 0. When you put x is equal to 0, what is cot inverse of 0? Pi by 2. What is sine pi by 2? It is 1. What is tan inverse of 1? Pi by 4. What is cos pi by 4? 1 by square root of 2. Put x equal to 0, it is root of 2 by 3. We are looking for 1 by root 2. This is root 3 by 2. So this is not the answer. Put x equal to 0, that is half to the power half. So that is nothing but 1 by root 2. So option 3 is the correct answer. Look at this inverse trigonometric functions. So tan inverse plus tan inverse. So one of the ways of doing this problem is put y equal to 0. When you put y equal to 0, this will become tan inverse of 0 equal to 0. It disappears. Tan inverse of 0 is 0. When you put y equal to 0, this will become tan inverse of 1 by x. What is tan inverse of 1 by x? It is cot inverse of x. Over. Problem is solved. At least you try the next sum. Tell me what is the answer. X and y are positive numbers. What is tan inverse of x by y minus tan inverse of x minus y by x plus y? Put particular numbers for x and y and get the answer. After putting that number, you should be able to evaluate it. Got it? Somebody gets a D. Somebody gets B. So A option is there, 1%. So I may put x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1. Now tell me what is the answer. X equal to 1 and y equal to 1. What is the answer? When x equal to 1, y equal to 1. The first option is, first number becomes tan inverse of 1. Second one will become tan inverse of 0. Tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. Tan inverse of 0 is 0. So which is the correct answer? The answer is pi by 4. So when you take 1, 1, 1, is it AP? The answer is yes. Is it GP? Yes. So they are called known as constant progressions, right? What is, after all, arithmetic progression? The difference between the consecutive terms must be same. So if you have all the are the same, it is not common difference, should not be zero on the condition illa. Usually we may not have that common difference zero, but common difference zero irubekanda gatella. Suppose it is zero, then what happens? All the three numbers are equal. X, Y, Z are in arithmetic progression. Tan inverse of X, tan inverse of are in arithmetic progression. Which of the following is true? When X equal to 1, Y equal to 1, Z is equal to 1. 1, 1, 1 in arithmetic progression. Tan inverse of 1, tan inverse of 1, tan inverse of Z, they are also in arithmetic progression. So the conditions are satisfied. X equal to 1, Y equal to 1, Z is equal to 1 means it is option number D. Okay. So let us take the next one. Here also you put some particular values for your X value. So when you suppose you put X is equal to, X is between 0 and half, put X is equal to 0. When you put X equal to 0, sine inverse of 0 is 0. So when X is equal to 0, it will become 1 by root 2. And when X is equal to 0, it will become 0. So what is inside is sine inverse of 1 by root 2. Sine inverse of 1 by root is pi by 4. Tan of pi by 4 is 1. Next option. So here also you can put X is equal to 1, K is equal to 1. When you put X is equal to 1 and K is equal to 1, X equal to 1 and K equal to 1. Tan inverse of X root 3 by 2K minus X, that becomes tan inverse of root 3. Tan inverse of root 3 is pi by 3. The second one will become tan inverse of 1 by root 3. So it will become pi by 3 minus pi by 6. Pi by 3 minus pi by 6 is pi by 6, and it is equal to, this is not correct actually. It cannot be given in degree measure, but among the options are given in degree measure, so we take it. Look at this problem. JEE main question. A into A dash is I. So some I into I transpose is I. So if it is I, then this must be 0. So put alpha equal to 0 and beta is equal to 1. So alpha is equal to 0 and beta is equal to 1 when you take, then A is identity matrix. This condition is satisfied. We are asked to find alpha to the power 4 plus beta to the power 4, which is 0 plus 1. So it is option number 4. Next. Again, JEE main question. So suppose I put A is equal to -2. This will become 0. This will become 0. This is already 0. But in the options, when I put A equal to 0, A equal to -2, this will become 0. This will become 0. This also becomes 0. And the third row, first element will become, when you put A equal to -2, it will become 2. Here it will become 1. Here it will become 2. 1, 1, 1. So when you expand this, it will become 0 into something, minus 0 into something, plus 1 into 0 minus 2. So -2 is the correct option. Can you find out what is the value here? Yeah. So put A is equal to the determinant. Put A is equal to 1, B equal to 1, C is equal to 1. Then the determinant become 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So it is equal to 0. So put A equal to 1, B equal to 1, C equal to 1. Here, all these places you put. So 0 is the correct answer. Next. Again here, put some particular values for x, y, z. Put x is equal to 1, y equal to 1, z is equal to 1. Then the last row becomes a 0 row. So the value of the determinant is 0. Put x equal to 1, y equal to 1, z is equal to 1, and find out where is 0. 0 is the answer. Next. But here 0 is not there. Suppose you put A is equal to 0. Then it will become 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, like this. Suppose A is equal to 0 and B is equal to -1 and C is equal to 1, like that. When you put, then this will become 1. C is equal to 1, B equal to -1. And here it will become -1, yet it will become 2. So put A is equal to 1, this answer will become 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 1, it is equal to 3. That is what you are having, 2 minus 2 plus 1. It should be somewhere. This is 2. So you will get it is equal to 2 minus 1, 2 into 2, 4 minus 1, it is equal to 3. So don't think that determinant problem always it will be 0. It can be some other answer also, but you can put particular values for A, B, C and detect the answer. Look at this one. 3 such questions are there. A, B, C. You know that when first column, when you say that first column, all are in AP. Second column, another AP. Third column, another AP. The value of the determinant is 0. So is it an AP first column? Yes. Second column is an AP? Yes. The third column will be AP, then it is 0. But that will happen only when A, B, C are in arithmetic progression. So fourth option is the correct answer. Look at the next one. Again, same AP, AP, AP. Because A, B, C are in AP, the third column also AP, so the value of the determinant is 0. Here also same situation. This is AP, this is AP, this is also in AP because 2A, 2B, 2C are in AP. When they are in AP, the value of the determinant is 0. So look at this question. Put A equal to B equal to C, all are equal. The value of the determinant is 0. Because the last row will become, when A, B, C are equal, the last row become a 0 row, the value of the determinant is 0. So the answer is 0. Same story here also. Put X equal to 0. When you put X equal to 0, this entry is 0, this entry is 0, this entry is 0. The value of the determinant is 0. Look at this. So the value of the determinant, you can look at the value of the determinant. Answer nodi. Answer delta illa. So put delta equal to 0. Delta goes. When delta is 0 the mele, look at the determinant now. First column and the third column are equal. When the first column and the third column are equal, then the value of the determinant is 0. Correct now? So fourth option is the correct one. Then the third type, solve for X. You can go from the alternative. So solve for a value. Put X equal to -9, not satisfied. X equal to 6, not satisfied. Put X equal to -3, satisfies. Because it is -27 plus 18 plus 9 is equal to 0. So option C is the correct answer. Next. Look at the next option. So 81 to the power sine squared x cos squared x. Put x is equal to pi by 4. When you put x is equal to pi by 4, sine squared x will become 1 by 2. So 81 to the power 1 by 2 is 9. 9 plus 9 cannot be equal to 30. So pi by 4 or 3 pi by 4 cannot be the answer. One of these two is the answer, which is easy to substitute. Pi by 2 is easy to substitute. Pi by 2 is, so when I substitute there, pi by 2, 81 to the power sine squared x is 1, plus 81 to the power cos squared x is 0. 81 plus 1 is not a 30. So option number 3 is the correct answer. Similarly, here also you substitute the options. When you put x is equal to, when you put x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1 by 27. All the left hand side becomes 1. Go to the right hand side, put x equal to 0. This will become 1. This will not be 1. This will not be 1. This will not be 1. So it's solving the differential equation. No need to solve because the particular solution is asked. And so substitute the point, only one of them satisfies. Similarly, look at the next one, same type of, similar type only. So other than that comes a little later. So set is not equal to plus or minus 1. Sets by 1 minus z square lies on which? Suppose I put z is equal to I. Z is equal to I. Modulus z is equal to 1. So condition is satisfied. Z is not plus or minus 1. Correct. So it is I divided by 1 minus I squared. I squared is -1, I by 2. So half of I lies on the imaginary axis. Half of I is that complex number corresponding to that is 0, half. So it is the y-axis. So is just to find out, substitute the point x equal to 1 and y equal to 2 and see which one is satisfied. Not solving the differential equation, just substituting. Which is option? Not understood the question. Particular solution is asked. So put x equal to 1, y equal to 2. The first option becomes 5 into 5 equal to 2 into 2. Is it true? No. Substitute in the second option. 2 into 1 plus 4, that is 5, equal to 5 into 1 plus 1, 2. Yes, this is satisfies. No other places it satisfies. So option number 2 is the correct answer. Look at this question. A value of theta, substitute. Substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. So I put theta is equal to pi by 6. Sin pi by 6 is half. Sin pi by 6 is half. Sin 3 theta is 1 because it is pi by 2. Half minus 1 plus half is equal to 0. So among them, this alone satisfies the equation. Now tell me what is the answer. Go from the answer. Some disturbance is there. I don't know how it is happening. So what is the answer? What is the answer? When you put x is equal to 1, 3 times tan inverse of 1. Tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. 3 pi by 4. Plus cot inverse of 1, pi by 4. Equal to pi? Yes. So this is the answer. Go from the answer. Similarly here also. Suppose you put x is equal to here 0. This is not satisfied because left hand side is cos inverse of 0 is pi by 2. 2 times pi by 2 is pi. The right hand side is when you put x equal to 0, sin inverse of 0. So it is equal to 0. So that is 0 cannot be belonging to this. 0 is here. 0 is here. 0 is here. 0 is not here. So option number 3 is the correct one. Similarly, this may be slightly difficult. I'll skip that question. Skip type number 4, where sum of n values, put n is equal to, suppose you put n is equal to 1 here. That means sum of the first n terms become sum of the first 1 term. So some of the first one term means just that first term, 1 into 1. When you put n is equal to 1 here, it is factorial 2, it is 2. When you put n is equal to 1 here, factorial 2 plus 1, 3. When you put n is equal to 1, factorial 2 minus 1. So it is 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. When you put here, it is 1 into factorial 2, and we are looking for 1. So option number 3 is the correct answer. Similarly here, when you are looking for a summation of that, put n is equal to 1, then it is 2 by 3. When you put n is equal to 3, 1 by 1, you have to substitute and see which one satisfies. Suppose I put n is equal to 1 here. 1 minus half of 1 minus 1 by 3. So it is 1 minus half of 2 by 3. So it is 1 minus 1 by 3. So it is equal to 2 by 3. So that is the answer. Option number 3 is the correct option. So this I have a similar one I have already skipped. So look at the CT 18 question. This 2 to the power 2n minus 1 is divisible by k. Then what is the value of k? So when you put n is equal to 1, right? It will become 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. And 3 is divisible by 3 only. So option number 2 is the correct answer. Okay. So hardcore mathematical discussion is over. Now maybe another 10 minutes or so. Just listen carefully. This is the strategy during the CET exam. So you're all preparing for the exam and coming to the classes and writing the test perhaps. And because you are not prepared well, your marks are very, very low. So that is not your marks, and still some more days are there. When you prepare seriously, you will be able to get more marks. So what should you do? What should you do? Very often, we get less marks in CET because of the poor strategy. Why does it happen and who is responsible? A CET paper is difficult, you should have got 35, but you get 20. A CET paper is easy, you should have got 45, but you get 30. So that is the meaning of a student ends scoring less in CET than the capacity of the student. Why is it happening? It is happening. Who is responsible? You are your enemy number one. And of course, your parents, their anxiety, they want a free seat. So, and pressure from your peer group. So the main reason is you are your enemy number one. That is, your greediness is your enemy number one. You want to get more than what you are capable of getting, but at the end, you get less than what you should have got. That is the tragedy. So should not be greedy. So in the entrance examination of late, if you are able to make 45, 45, 45 in physics, chemistry, maths, you are likely to get a rank below 500. When you get a rank below 500, only 2 seats in Karnataka is not available. One is RV Information Science and RV Computer Science. So 45 questions in each, if you make, that is a success story. So what should you do? In the beginning, you have to have all questions, whichever you answer. Maybe 20 questions you answered the first round, all the 20 may be correct. Athara situation barbeku. So you have to select only those questions you are sure of answering. Type number A, you have done many times. So then like that, so you should not read a question which you are seeing for the first time in your life. So look at this question. It's a CET question which appeared in the exam, and it is, if you are seeing for the first time, don't touch that question. Leave it. Leave a, even if you have a known question, but if you find that it is lengthy question, leave it. Angle between two curves, area between two curves, they're all very lengthy questions. In the first round, you finish it. So look here, the speed and accuracy. Speed and accuracy. So sometimes, some areas you are very strong. Some areas you may be weak. Integration, I am weak. Permutation combination, I am weak. And hence probability, I am weak. So there are only 15 questions you need not know. Still you are on the top of the world. So know your weaknesses. So don't worry that I don't know this, I don't know this. And be absolutely, whatever you know, you hold on to that and go for the examination. You should be completely focused on studies. And what is the first one? I told you, memory level questions. Yes, that can be answered in less than 1 minute. And the questions we have done, the projection of a vector on a vector. So angle between two straight lines, angle between two planes. That type of problems you have done many times. So that should be taken in the beginning. So answer them first. Then, in the extremely important that you should have success in the beginning. So every question you answer, it should be correct. Correct, like that you feel. So that is why you should not answer a lengthy question. If you lengthy question, you will get discouraged. After problems, you have to take up late. So it is extremely important to taste success in the first 40 minutes. So take lengthy questions and then go for unfamiliar questions. Some problems now type weak alternatives and elimination method or putting particular values for X. Those type of questions should be taken next. Never be panicked during the examination. So it is a competitive examination. If the question paper is easy, everybody scores well. When the question paper is difficult, everybody scores less. So you need not worry about that. So whatever you are capable of doing in that 60 minutes, you should be able to manage. I repeat once again. So when the question paper is easy, do your best because everybody scores well. And there is no fixed target like I should get 30, I should get 40, I should get 50. It depends on the question paper. In a moderately easy, your target is moderate, median level, second rank engineering colleges. And the early round, the 30 marks in mathematics will give you a good seat, 30 marks. So even if some of the questions are difficult, leave it. First round, second round, third round, like that you have to manage. Okay, so that is my advice. So you have to find yourself. I have written so many tests, entrance examination, test type, and I'm never able to get more marks. So this is my level. And somebody else may be getting more marks. So don't be jealous of him, be yourself. And love yourself. That is the secret of your success in your life also. You know what you are and be satisfied with what you are and you love yourself. Okay. If you are focused on studies, you love yourself. If you are completely neglecting your studies, you cannot love yourself. Okay, that is what I mean by that. So hard work, sincere efforts, definitely you learned in good engineering. Now, so how to answer an unknown question? So if you are a weak student, so you have got here 1, 2, 3, etc. up to 60 questions are there. So you know only 20 questions in mathematics. Remaining 40 questions you don't know. One of the ways of doing is you can go to an astrologer, find out which is your numerology, what is your lucky number. If 2 is your lucky number, every question you don't know, shared 2. Every question you don't know, shared 2. Or after 5 minutes before the entrance examination is getting over, last 5 minutes cell. You look at the OMR sheet. You have shaded here and there some questions. And whichever questions you have shaded least, for that, you remaining 40 questions, you shade only one letter only. And out of that 40, 1/4 may be correct, 10 will be correct, be satisfied with this. I told you, you are your enemy number one. You, in those 40 questions which you don't know, you want to get maximum marks. That is very unfair. So otherly, so you play guitar, A, B, C, A, B, C, like that. Whatever you mark may be wrong only. So you should not do it like this, or scientifically. Whichever questions you have marked less, suppose A you have marked 7 times, B you have marked 3 times, and C you have marked 6 times, D you have marked 4 times. That means B you have marked less time. Whichever the questions you don't know, put B only. Right? More possibilities, more number of correct answers are possible from there. Okay. This is why, this is what I want to advise you. So next. So if you are, different students are there, sometimes luck matters. Somebody says it is luck, somebody says it is God's grace. So if God's grace is required to get to get a correct question, answering the correct, it is enough. If you are able to answer whatever you know, sometimes you may not be able to answer whatever you know also. That is the tragedy. So if God's grace is there, G squared is G is God's grace. If you get God's grace, everything else will follow. How to get God's grace? Be sympathetic to the downtrodden. So yeah. So there are so many people, they're worse than you. Be sympathetic to them, right? So God's grace will automatically never be jealous of anybody. Everybody has a place in this world. Never be jealous. So there are occasions when you are happy. That will happen this year also, next year also, every year it will happen. Praise the God. And there may be difficult moments. Definitely we will be experiencing already PU board exam. Now entrance examination, you'll have the difficulties. Pray to God. He will not leave you. So early morning, every day, you worship God Almighty. And there may be some painful moments. At that time, trust God. He will look after you. So for every moment that God has given, you thank God and be grateful to God Almighty for the life which is given for you, and best of luck. Stay focused on studies and achieve what you want to, what you are aspiring for. So if you have any questions to ask, you can, my number is there. If you want to select a course, after that, a course, you can do also. This is, thanks. I thank the organizers for giving an opportunity. So wish you all the best in the exam, not only in the exam, even after the exam also in your life. All the best.
Thank you, sir. As I remember my PU days, for us, Bosco sir is maths textbook. I feel that these kids are blessed to have your live session and will benefit from this, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving us your valuable time. Thank you so much. We'll end the session, sir.
Okay.